Hey, Generalsplatton, this is Dan at Trojan Art Painting. I'm answering your call for help, taking time off from my rigorous painting schedule here to uh, help out a buddy. Hope you remember this come Christmas time. I'll be watching the mailbox for both the magma cannons and the Iron Demon. You're gonna have to paint them things as sub-assemblies. Now, I mean, if I was doing it and I was painting them for my own army, I'd probably completely assemble them, except for probably the barrels, the barrels, and paint them up. If I was gaming, if I was just gonna use them for myself to game with now, but you're doing these for a client, and I don't really see where you got any choice. It looks like, and anyway, it looks like those sub assemblies should be pretty easy to work with. I would assemble the chassis, then leave the left and right frames separate. Assemble the platform, the barrel would be separate. Then I would keep the cauldron, the magma cauldron, separate as well as the wheels and the crew. And of course, as you mentioned, bi-painted. That's what I would just like for the crews and the wheels and the smaller pieces. Just use the cork, or I also use the wooden candlestick holders and just put a little wooden disc on them, and then use tack like the fellow at like War Boss Tay does. So if I use these instead of cork for something that's a little larger, and just use the tack and stick it down, that'd be good for the wheels. And the Iron Demon the same way. Now, as far as the assembly, I would pin them once I put them together. Because the pieces are solid resin, heavier, I treat them more like I would metal, solid metal piece. Like if I was assembling like a large heavy dragon or something. So anyway, that's what I would do. Now, if you don't want to pin them, I would still completely paint the sub-assemblies like they were standalone, and then when the time came to glue them together, just scrape off the surfaces that are going to glue together with the hobby knife down to the back down to the bare resin, so you get a good nice bond. Otherwise, I'm sure you know, of course, that if you just put super glue right onto the paint, that you're not going to get near as good as a hold, because that paint is the paint layer can just pop off. The super glue's not going to go down through the paint. So anyway, that's my take, man.